We're live.
Good morning, good morning.
Good morning.
Welcome to Unity of Bernie. I have a few announcements for you this morning. We up and all right, new daily words are in the back. Even if you get it at home, take one with you, drop it off somewhere, give it to somebody that could use it. We usually have extras at the end of the month, and it doesn't do us any good to have them here, so give them out. Who knows what potluck is this month?
16.
Third Sunday.
What is it though?
Turkey.
It's Thanksgiving.
Oh, special
There's
popcorn.
sign-ups in the back.
Yep.
Everything back there, and Sherry has agreed to bring turkey, it looks like. Is that
Yeah.
true? Oh my God.
And Bob.
But if you don't want to have a load of like desserts and stuff, there is a sign-up back there, so if you want to see what people are bringing, it's in there. Anybody here for the first time? If you're not a member, think about becoming a member. It does help us. We do have to keep a certain number of membership for Unity Village. We kind of hover around that number that we kind of like to see. So you'll get to vote at the end of the meeting. But yeah, consider there's little pieces of paper about this big in the back there. It's just a real simple, quick thing.
But Marlon is back.
Pat is back.
No, Marlon and Pat.
Marlon is back.
Marvin and Jackie are back.
Everybody looks so good. So yeah, nice to have you. We're going to go kind of fast here in just setting up. Is there anything else that I need to talk about? I know all of our classes and activities are all on your order of service. Got the Facebook page. Dan's got something.
We did decide on a new book for as soon as we finish this one, which will take another Sunday or two, but I'll have Patricia send out an announcement over their email.
Okay. You know what
Once
it is
people
yet?
have email, they're okay.
All right. New book coming in a week or two. We're going to move on pretty quick here, anybody? All right, we're going to stand here. We're going to sing something India.
Open my eyes so I can see. Open my eyes
That I may see
glimpses of truth thou hast for me. Place in my hands the wonderful key that shall clasp and set me free. Silently now I pray for thee. Ready, my heart, thy will to see. Open my eyes, illumine me. Spirit divine, open my ears that I may hear voices of truth thou sendest clear. Hammer away the small ear, everything falls the disappears. Now I wait for thee, ready, my God, thy will to speak. Open my ears, illumine me, Spirit divine. Open my mouth and let me bear, gladly the warm truth everywhere. Open my heart and let me prepare, love of thy children thus to share. Silently now I wait for thee, ready, my God, thy will to speak. Open my heart, illumine me, Spirit divine.
Well done. While you're sitting down, find somebody close to you and say, you look fantastic.
You look fantastic. Both ways.
You're looking bright-eyed and bushy-tailed too.
I bet you lost a weight or two. How much did you lose?
Sorry?
How much did you lose? You look fantastic.
6 pounds.
That's good. And you look fantastic. You look.
everyone.
Good morning.
Good morning.
As we quietly and gently prepare for the reading of the daily word, we remember that we are in spirit with millions of daily word readers in churches throughout the world. The Christ candle is lit as a reminder of the Spirit of God within all of us, which we call the Christ within. And the word for today is remembrance. In the affirmation, I cherish the memories of my loved ones. Today, I remember life is eternal as I honor my dear ones who have passed. I send love and light to those who have enriched my life. My heart beams with love and gratitude as I cherish the memories I hold so dearly. I honor and reflect on the relationships that have meant so much to me. I open my heart, allowing myself to feel the tenderness of my emotions. I sense my relatives' love, a reminder their presence is alive in my heart. I visit my memories in the stillness, grateful for the time we spent together. My beloved's love, wisdom, and strength are in me. As I remember these special ones, their memory will be a blessing that transcends time and space. And the scripture comes from Luke chapter 22, verse 19. Then he took a loaf of bread, and when he had given thanks, he broke it and gave it to them, saying, "This is my body, which is given for you. Do this in remembrance of me." And the affirmation, if you'd like to say it with me,
I cherish the memories of my loved ones.
My name is Linda, and I thank you all so much for being with us today.
Thank you.
Thank you.
All right, we're all going to stand for our call to faith. We're going to say that together.
In the infinity of life, I now stand. All the good that is mine flows to me, and I accept it with an open and grateful heart. And so it is.
We're going to do our joy song.
In the garden.
I come to the garden alone. All the dew is still on the roses, and the voice I hear calling on my ear, the Son of God discloses. And he walks with me, and he talks with me, and he tells me I am his own. And the joy we share as we carry there, none other has ever known. And the sound of his voice is so sweet, the birds hush their singing, and the melody that he gave to me within my heart is ringing. And he walks with me, and he talks with me, and he tells me I am his own. And the joy we share as we tarry there, none other has ever known. I stay in the garden with him, though the night around me be falling. But he bids me go through the voice of woe, his voice to me is calling. And he walks with me, and he talks with me, and he tells me I am his own. And the joy we share as we tarry there, none other has ever known.
We're going to do our unity mission statement.
The burning is a vibrant, loving, spiritual community, providing a sacred space for personal growth. We honor and celebrate the Christ within all people.
Please be seated.
Good morning.
Good morning.
This is the time in our service where we bring forth our prayer requests, either written and put in the box. And you know it's in the bulletin of prayer requests that you can fill out, and I'll take some time for you to do that. Or you can just hold them in your heart and mind together as we pray united prayer, because we know that prayer that's like this together with love in this place is strong and mighty. I see examples of answered prayer all around me right now. So as Sherry comes forward with the box, you can place your prayer request in, and I'll wait. Loving infinite presence, here we are. You know what's on our hearts, what's in our minds before we speak. We release them to you now. Your perfect will is done, as you promised that it would be when we turn to you. And by turning inside, we release our faith, knowing that as we believe it is done unto us, and as we strengthen in our conviction, we also give hope to those who may be faltering in theirs. The united force of love blesses everything and everyone that is represented in this box. We affirm your perfect will is done right now. And to those that are hurting right now, and to those that feel an inward sense of division, upset, strain, and stress, we ask that you touch them with your gentle touch that always calls forth the best in anyone, the love that we are. We celebrate that this morning. We offer that as a gift to you. We mirror who we really are with you. The love is here. The blessings are here. It is done to us as we believe here. And so it is. Amen.
To go with today's message, I brought a special song by Mark Stanton Welch. And you can't help but have great expectations, after all, when we practice this short but profound affirmation in the song about faith. According to my faith, just as I believe it, this is the world I see. I extend an open door, nothing is impossible. What I expect shall be. Unlimited God in me. According to my faith, just as I believe it, this is the world I see. I extend an open door, nothing is impossible. What I expect shall be. Unlimited God in me. According to my faith, just as I believe it, this is the world I see. I extend an open door, nothing is impossible. What I expect shall be. Unlimited God in me.
Oh, good.
So today is Celebration Sunday. So Linda has outdone herself. Birthdays, anniversaries, a healing of some kind. You need to celebrate a life well lived. I will let you come complain about daylight savings if you would like. No, just fall back.
Yeah, fall back.
I hate it. Oh, look at that. There's a guilt word. Yeah. Anybody thinking about it? Oh, look, he's coming.
I know what he's going to say.
Yeah.
You do?
Is it done?
Which way you going? That way? All right.
Maria.
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 Celebrate.
All right. Well, I love these colors. I'm celebrating the fall season. I was brought up in Texas all my life. I have never gotten used to that hot weather. So I am so grateful, and I'm celebrating the fall season. And I'm also celebrating the clarity of my right eye.
Yeah.
I had my cataracts removed, and now I can see. I'm on my 3rd week of healing. I have 1 more, and then I'm good.
Awesome.
Yeah.
All right, your name.
My name is David, it says right here.
Celebrating.
I'm celebrating this flower. No.
Pretty.
My son will be 39 years old
Huh.
on the 6th of November. I'm way too old, so I can't remember half of it. But he is my firstborn son, and what a lovely man he has turned out to be. So that's why
Where is he?
I'm sorry.
Where is he?
He is in Oregon, Lebanon, Oregon. I know how to get there too. I drove the damn thing.
That's a long trip.
Yeah. But worth every mile.
Awesome. All right, young man.
Okay, we got maroon one.
All right, your name.
My name is Rick Taylor.
What are you celebrating?
I've been hanging around this church for years, and I love it.
Yes.
It's a great little church with a lot of wonderful people, and I couldn't think of a better thing to do every Sunday than to come here. Really look forward to it. I am very grateful to have returned from a 2.5 week months, yeah,
Just
2.5 months in Europe, when we visit all Esther's family, the Schmitz, and there's a lot of them, and they're very nice people. So I'm very thankful of being able to go over there and visit with them and get back here again every Sunday. Love you all.
Thank you.
So Rick travels about 5 times a year or something, and it makes me exhausted. So I don't know how we do it. You're better than me. You're better than me. Your name.
So many choices.
Sure thing.
Well, I celebrate life and this beautiful community that supports us on our journey of life, and that we are always able to come back, and it's like being, embraced with open arms, even though we are away so much. But also celebrate that Rick and we are still doing well, and we are a good team, and no pains, no sufferings. And I'm working on the mental part to keep that, serene and at peace. And I think I'm pretty successful these days. So thank you for all your support and stuff. And
Rick has no choice.
He always has the last word.
going for the flow.
I know. It's awesome.
He knows how to say yes, dear.
Your name.
My name is Ann.
What are you celebrating?
I am celebrating the life of my little dog Daisy. She's 11 now. I've had her since she was 9. She had a very rough 2 years that had a lot of problems when I got her. And she is with me, but she's getting ready to make her transition. For the last year, she's just had so much pain, and we've gone round and round and round with her. But it's to the point now where she can't really walk and step. But I'm very thankful for the 9 years we had.
And she's just the sweetest little girl. She likes everybody, likes every dog, likes every cat.
Even me.
She likes everybody, yeah. So, anyway, that's what I celebrated.
I don't know why that one's so hard, but boy, that one hits hard.
Oh,
It
yeah.
really hits
We
hard.
love her.
All right, your name.
Marlon,
Marlon, what do you celebrate?
I'm celebrating that I can breathe again. I walked through pneumonia, so feeling much better.
You look good.
Glad to be back.
Yay.
Among all these smiling faces.
All right, your name. Yeah.
I am celebrating, or I should say, we are celebrating our daughter Lizzie's 38th birthday today.
Oh.
I'm thankful that she came into our lives when she was 2 years old, and we've still got her around, so that's what really matters the most.
Yeah.
I know.
Keeps you young.
Happy birthday, Liz. She's home studying.
Oh, good. All right. I don't know about this, but let's give this a whirl.
Let me see. What's in fitting now? Take it.
Your
You know
name.
why you're here.
It's Javier.
What are you celebrating?
Hold on. One too many.
Gotcha.
I'm celebrating after 8 agonizing months. Man, there's a lot of fun and joy in it, but oh my God, it's been hard to watch these Dodgers play all year long. Oh my God, and then last night, it was like at the end, and I thought, oh my God, no. But they pulled it out.
Yeah.
Celebrating that.
Oh, boy.
I'm from Toronto, so it's okay.
All right. A forced celebration.
Oh, yeah, that's back. Thank you.
All right, everybody, hold up your hands and wave your fingers, say we honor and celebrate.
We honor and celebrate.
For sure, the best.
For sure, the best is yet to come.
May I say one thing? We need more people in the 9:30 reading class. We read the best books, we discuss them. We have such a good time. Even Rick.
Yeah.
But so come, 9:30, we can put more chairs out.
Yeah, and you guys Saturday morning, first
Oh yes,
Saturday.
first Saturday, we've had 4 people there, sometimes 5. Every month, first Saturday, if you're a guy, come join us. And I made my patented casserole.
It was
So we
delicious.
want more people, not less.
In the midst of his children, the Lord said that he would be. Doesn't take very many, they can be just 2 or 3. I feel the sensory spirit that I felt the times before. Surely and say, I've been with the Lord. Surely the presence of the Lord is in this place. I can feel his mighty power and his grace. I can hear the rush of angels' wings. I see glory on his face. Surely the presence of the Lord is in this place. Presence of the Lord is in this place. I can feel his mighty power and his grace. I can hear the rush of angels' wings. I see glory on his face. Surely the presence of the Lord is in this place.
Thank you. Right now, I ask you to assume a position that is comfortable for you where you're sitting. With your feet on the floor, put your hands in your lap. Take a few deep breaths, centering yourself in the truth of who you are. The voice of truth speaks to us and through you right now. And we listen to the inner voice, and it tells us what to do in the hour of need. We expect that we shall be told everything that we ought to know. And we will not be misled. The voice of truth cannot lie, but always speaks to us from on high. Nothing enters but this voice, for it is the voice of God. And God speaks to me right now. And in the upcoming silence, we release and let go into quietude and accept our good. And as we emerge from this wonderful time of recreation, we affirm that We are the goodness of God. We are the perfection of God. And we are the love of God. And we say, this is so. Amen. Well, it's wonderful to be with you all this morning, and I borrowed the title for this talk with Charles Dickens because it was just a great book. It's called Great Expectations, and sometimes it just fits. And what I wanted to tell you all and share with you this morning, it just fits. Because I wanted to start with the premise that life is largely a product of our expectations. What we believe to be true about ourselves and other people is always projected on them. We can't do anything else unless we've gone in and taken care of that business, whatever has happened, whether it's good, bad, or indifferent, so that we can change what we're projecting on the screen of life. In other words, so many people see themselves on the screen as the effect, and they don't see that they are the cause. So many times they're running up to a movie screen trying to move things around, it doesn't work. The expectation is that if I could get this picture of myself out here right, I'll be right. But the truth is, it always begins inside. Truth is an inside job. In fact, it was Charles Dickens who said, we forge the chains that we wear in life. So many times we're our own worst enemy in the name of being a friend to ourselves. We say, well, anybody would feel this way if they went through what I did, and there goes the catalog and the litany of things that go way back. I've said some folks carry things all their life. And it does give you an identity. It can, if you want it to, make you an object of people saying, I'm so sorry this happened. And you kind of get the idea, you give the idea that I am what's happened to me. But you're not. And the reason that I know that is because you have a mind and you have a thought system, and you can change that thought system. I didn't say that it's easy to do. Nobody can get up here before you and tell the truth. And I told you a long time ago, I said this when I became a minister, I'm never going to tell anybody to do something I haven't done myself. Everything that I tell you here, and from the time I've been your pastor, is something that I have done myself. So it takes a little work to go through those things that we've held on to. But those things that we've held on to not only happened, but they planted the seeds in our mind, and we can call them, I like the term engrams. It's a psychological term. It's bits of memory. Some people like complexes, some people like negative ideas, whatever it is, but they become a part of us, and then we go looking for things to validate that part that happened years ago, and then we claim we want new life. We don't want new life. Most people want to be transformed but they don't want to be inconvenienced. And what you have to do is step back and say, it may not be convenient to revisit this hurt. It may not feel good. Right now, even this last week, I had doctors telling me, well, you know, you've got an upper respiratory infection, listen to all that congestion. But I wish you could hear this stethoscope that I'm moving around. And you just expect to go home and lay down. And I had a lot of work to do. I said, well, I don't have any fever. And are you telling me this to make me feel better, or do I really need to do this to get well? He said, well, both. He said, but you feel better if you lay down. It's not my time. But I will. I'll work this out. I expected at that moment that I could go on and work even in my discomfort. Now, I'm not crazy. If I was feeling terrible, of course I would have laid. Of course I would have done what he said. But so many of these things that are palliative, that the doctors offer, are things where they're just used to people accepting where they are. I want to transcend where I am. I want to have the image of one who may have a certain report given that's a fact, and I'm living the truth about myself. But I'm getting beyond that. I'm getting beyond myself right now. The image that you carry of yourself determines in great, great ways what you're going to experience in your life. If you have the image of a person who can't do something, whatever it may be, and you want to do that something, the image is going to win every time. When the imagination and the will are in conflict, the imagination always wins. Why? Have you ever thought of a sentence that you've heard in words? Or have you always thought of pictures? If I say to you, my cat jumped up on my back this morning to get my attention, and didn't feel that great, but do you see the sentence, Jay's cat jumped on his back? Or do you get a picture of a kitty jumping up, whatever it may be, even if it's not the exact color of the cat or exactly what happened, you think in pictures. Oh, now, well, if you think in pictures, and the words come from the pictures, what we have thought of, the negatives, yes, that's the play on words, the negatives that we develop in our minds put forth the ideas of what we're going to get in the pictures of the outside. That's why look at Paramahansa Yogananda in the Self-Realization Fellowship, who said, before we meditate, before we do any Kriya Yoga, we are going to have a cleansing 10 minutes to release those things that even have to be released before we release the big things. He knew the human ego. We collect grievances. And we expect certain things based on the past. How many of you out here have ever said to yourself, and my hand's going to go up, so I might as well tell you, well, I expected it would happen. I just knew it was going to be that way. I may have wanted it, but, well, you know, I kind of knew it wasn't for me. You get to run your mind. And if you really want the elegant part of that, if you run your mind surrendered to the truth with God as your co-pilot, so to speak, you really set up yourself for success. See, I'm not saying that a person can't run their lives who doesn't believe in God. We see it all the time. I'm saying that's the added plus beautiful factor. That's the fact of knowing and coming into alignment with what I call the beautiful things in life. I've known some atheists. They're fine people. And in some things, I can almost agree with them the way that religion is presented in many quarters today. But the one thing that I can't agree with, and I've asked them over and over again, where do you think love comes from? Where do you think the idea that we don't want to see other people hurt, if we're normal and not psychotic, where does that come from? Empathy, sympathy, these, what I call plus values in life. Where does that come from? They really can't answer. And I'm not trying to fight with them. I'm trying to just have a discussion. And they can't answer that really either. The truth is, we're hardwired, when we come into this life, we're hardwired with certain ideas. And one idea, unfortunately, that we get very quickly is we're scared to death. And we're scared to death, not only of, the thunderstorms, the lightning, the hail, the volcanoes, the fire, all these things. You know what people are really scared? And also, the number one fear outside, I think it ties with death, is fear of public speaking. How about that? The fear is that we're not going to look so good, and the fear that something outside of us is going to get us. Do you really think that you showed up here for 80, 90, 100 years of a wisp of nothing to a wisp of nothing, and that's it? That takes a lot of faith. That your life here means nothing? I don't think anybody out here feels that way. So if you feel that you are on purpose and you feel that you have divinity in you, then you want to get on with it. And how do you get on with it? But to forgive those ideas that are mistaken about yourself, that were implanted by others, and that you accepted as real. Truth that we study smooths those errors out. In fact, it washes them away. When we say God is the only power, presence, omnipotent, omniscient, we mean it. That's not just something that we repeat because it sounds good. It is the very nature and power of who we are. And I don't care what age you are today. We all have expectations. Some that have been met, some unmet. These engrams that I talk about, these little pieces of memory, they just pick up more and more and more as we get older. And it seems like it's harder as we get older. It's not really, it's just because we have so much practice for holding on to it. Jesus said, "Suffer the little children to come unto me, for such is the kingdom of heaven." I think he not only meant because children are wonderfully innocent, but he meant they're wonderfully innocent. They haven't had the chance to take and hear all this junk that we accumulate in the period of a life. And we call that living. Cataloging the things that we wish weren't so. Or get this, are cataloging the things that hurt, that we want to build a story out of. I'm not being hard on people that have gone through tough times. You're looking at one that's been through a bunch of them. But I learned early on, I'm not going to get anywhere biting down on a sore tooth. I've got to get it removed. I've got to get it fixed. But I'm not going to get anywhere pushing into the negativity of a situation. So if I want to remember who I am, if I want to clear these things out of my mind, what's the first step I have to do? Metaphysics and what we do without forgiveness is valueless. You got to forgive yourself and everybody else. What does Course in Miracles says? Forgiveness is still and looks upon the situation and does nothing. So, if you want to forgive, that's the recipe. If you need forgiveness, you simply walk to the person, do the best you can to make the amends and forgive yourself. Now, when you forgive, you already have increased your power to sculpt a new life. Step 2, get new ideas about who and what you and life is about. Now that we offer in abundance in New Thought. The ideas that we extrapolate come from some very simple thinking of 100+ years ago and 2,000 years ago. I am a child of God. I am divinity incarnate. I go through certain things in this human experience, but they don't define me unless I let them. The definition is mine. Really, the definition is God's. He's already told you who you are. Can you accept that for yourself? I'm talking about wholesale new life this morning. I'm not talking about the magical washing away of all the problems you have to face. We all do. I'm talking about facing those problems with a new mindset, a new way of being, a new way of thinking, because you have allowed, or you're giving yourself allowance to rewire that part of you that brings those things into your life that says, ain't it awful? I see people nodding back there. I love it because they know the same thing I know. And it's just a psychological truth. You're going to get, if you've always done what you've always do what you've always done, you're going to get what you've always gotten. Thank you. And think about that. I harp on this a lot. Because every single time in my life when I need forgiveness, when I need help, when I need to go back and start again, it always is something that I'm repeating, a pattern in my mind. It doesn't work. So can I get out of the way, like after I left the doctor's office and I had the papers in my hand, I had every reason to say, well, I can't do any of my work. Look what they said, I'm supposed to go to bed. Going to make me feel better. Don't have to, but he said, I just can't do anything. I had a yard guy come and I wanted to help cut these limbs down. That's my exercise. So I did it, puffing and blowing and sneezing, but I did it. Because I didn't want to identify with the image of someone at that moment that just had to lie in bed. I wanted my exercise. I had things I wanted to do. So I sneezed my way through it. I wasn't contagious as I was told. And I'm no worse for the wear. Life, a great deal, follows your expectations and your will. Now, will is not a very good word because it sometimes is used to say, I'm going to do what I want to regardless of what God says. That's not the kind of will I'm talking about. When you know what's in front of you to do is yours, and you have tested it in prayer, and you have surrendered your own human ideas about it, and you've received God's guidance, or you believe you have, the best you can, then you take every bit of strength that you have and walk that path. Even if you've lost a family member. Even if a precious job came to an end. Even, and you can fill in the blanks. Because there's no other way. You want to sit on the sidelines and wonder what could have been. Great movie in 1956 when Marlon Brando and Rod Steiger was called On the Waterfront. In the back seat of the car, there was Steiger talking to Brando, who was a boxer, and not a very good one. And Brando said with tears in his eyes, I could have been something. I could have been a contender.
Could have been
He
somebody.
felt for it. I felt. I don't want to come to this life saying, at the end of this life saying I could have been. I want to say I was. And if I wasn't, I didn't know. I can make mistakes, but I'm not purposely going to make mistakes. I'm not purposely going to put hurdles in front of myself. I'm not purposely going to halo my ego and say, people, you have to pay homage to it because I am. So walk around me and don't mention things that may trigger me. Trigger. Hell, life triggers everybody.
Go get him.
It's part of it. And what we have to do is go inside ourselves and say, why is this triggering me? And what do I need to heal? And what is it reminding me of? And what can I surrender to God? And what truth can I apply to it? And on and on. You see, wow, we just don't read articles. We just don't hear little sermons. We go do something. We do the work, as Byron Katie calls it. We do the work. Yeah, we do the work. We do the work because we want the life more abundant. You're already approved of by God. The grace is there. You're not condemned. Regardless of what somebody may have told you. Regardless of what you may have believed up till now. Oh, I wish this week that I could look at each one of you at a certain time and be in front of you and say, you can make it. And I could be your spiritual partner. That when you felt those times that you feel like you shake a little and you wonder why and it hurts. We all need somebody. Well, do you know that I'm praying for you? Do you know that I pray all the time for this congregation? And I'm with you as much as I'm able to be. The image that I'm talking about this morning is not an image with a small eye. It's an image with the large eye. It's identification of my expectation with who I am. Not my identification of my expectation with who I was, or what life made me to be, or what I think life made me to be, or what somebody said about me. You go on with victim stories all day long. Then when you get that power, and this is like healing the inner child, you can go back to that person you were. Put your mental arm around them and say, I love you for that hurt you had. And look at what you're becoming now. How about that? Stepping up. New life. Walking in goodness. For I know whom I have believed and am persuaded that he is able to keep that he has promised to me against that day. Y'all may know that line. That's faith. That's expectation. And what is expectation really but faith? Faith is the substance of things hoped for and the evidence of things unseen. Expectation is what I think is going to happen to me. And when it does, and I haven't done my mind correctly, and it happens to me and I say, doggone it, I told you so. Nobody here, I believe, wants to come to the end of their lives and say, I could have been a contender. You have a set mission that is yours. It is something that you are here to learn. You're on assignment. And whether you pass that assignment, so to speak, in large part, has to do with how you view it. Do you bring God into it? You bet. Do you ask for the help you need? Always. Do you do all those things that make sense? Yes, except turn the story on yourself. Turn it and say, it's who I am. I can't help it. I can't do anything about it. Can't, never, could do anything. You think I'm being trite this morning? I'm really not. It's the truth. And I can tell you why it's the truth. Why did this salesman in I don't want to say it, when the sales manager put on the record The Strangest Secret by Earl Nightingale, and Nightingale said, we become what we think about. All of a sudden I perked up real fast. And I thought, this doesn't just have to do with selling, this has to do with life. I asked that sales manager if I could borrow that record. I didn't know my dad had it already. But I listened over and over again. We become what we think about. What every wise man, scholar, philosopher ever could agree on. And there wasn't much, but they agreed that we become what we think about. Well, if that's the case, and I was listening to that, not only were seeds planted for me to be successful in what I was doing, the seeds were planted for me to one day go out and share it And I am with you right now. Something in me loved that. Why would I play that silly record 100 times and continue to do it to this day? It's not a silly record. It's silly that I think that I need to hear this over and over again, but there's something about me that gets charged up by it. It's the snap, crackle, and pop of that old 33 LP, and hearing Nightingale's sonorous voice booming through the microphone, reminding me that I'm the product of my choice and the product of what I choose right now, not yesterday, not 10 years ago. Christianity is new life. I hope all of you know that new life is yours to reach out for. And that no matter how long you've had something that you say, I've suffered with, or I have to carry, or it's my lot, you reach up and look at it, stand up and look at it a different way. See yourself as conqueror. What does Scripture say about you? We are more than conquerors in Him who loved us. I just was started. How about this? I can do all things through Christ who strengthens me. Not some, but all. If you have faith as a grain of mustard seed, well, you know. I don't have to tell you. I only have to remind you. And I remind you this morning, inspect what you expect. Think about it. Before you go about expectancy, inspect what is making you think the way you're thinking. And you may hear voices from your past. It may be interesting to find out they're not yours. They belong to somebody else who believed themselves that they couldn't do what they needed to do. And it got passed down generationally like a plate of stale grits. Come to the buffet of new life. Reach out for it. Love it. It's yours. I'm not the giver of it. I'm in sales, not management. Come to it. It's yours. It's here. It's now. It's what you are. It's your birthright. It's your inheritance. God bless you all as you reach out in great expectation of good. Amen. Those of you who are tuning in online, I would like to remind you that, like I always do, that we do need your gifts and offerings. We also are about to embark on buying a new sound system. If anybody out there feels that it's in their heart to donate the money for this, oh, it'd be appreciated. We're moving up at Unity of Birth. And this year, at our 30th anniversary, there are wonderful things planned. I ask you to give the best gift you can. Excuse me. By pressing the PayPal button at the bottom of the page of our webpage. Or you send a gift to Unity of Bernie, P.O. Box 1973, Bernie, Texas 78006. I know, I just have this feeling there's somebody out there who wants to help us with the soundboard. And as you can tell, each week that you tune in, we need this help. We've had some fits and starts with our sound. I ask you to give the best gift of which you're able. And I ask as Javier comes forward for the offering for you to give the best gift that you're able to the church I know you love, because you know wonderful things are coming and are at hand. Thank you.
I have received, freely I give. My love through me blesses all that I am, all that I give and receive. Freely I have received, freely
extra hour, he still goes 3 minutes over. I didn't even move his mouth like that. Together we say, divine love through me
blesses and multiplies all that I am, all that I have, all that I give, and all that I receive. And I send it forth with my blessings and my love.
So it is.
Can build a bridge between your heart and mine. Love can build a bridge. Don't you think it's time? Don't you think it's time?
Together we stand and join hands as we feel comfortable in doing so.
Oh, my goodness.
Together we say, oh. Don't have myself. Indian, please.
Let there be peace on earth, and let it begin with me. Let there be peace on earth, the peace that was meant to be. With God as creator, family all are we. Let us walk with each other in perfect harmony. Let peace begin with me. Let this be the moment now. With every step I take, let this be my joyous vow. To take each moment and live each moment in peace eternally. Let there be peace on earth, and let it begin with me.
Together we say,
The light of God surrounds us, the love of God enfolds us, the power of God protects us, the presence of God watches over us. Wherever we are, God is, and all is well. Namaste.
real quick, let me tell you, next week I won't be with you as it's the 5th Sunday that I'm giving off. And just make her welcome. And I'll be missing you as I always do, and I will see you the Sunday after next. God bless you and thank you.